Because the phone's plugged in at the moment. Boop. Zip. Zop. Zoota bop. Alright. What up? Yeah, I've been watching High School DxD and other animes. Alia sometimes explain hides her feelings in Russian, Black Summoner, Death March to Another World. Yeah, Freezing. I've been watching a lot of anime. I've watched a lot of anime, but no, I wanted to just kind of like talk about cartoons and shows and stuff. I think it's interesting. I don't know. Like, there's a few things that like a lot of shows go to that like I'm like, like there's always a part where like the hero has to fight the shadow version of themselves, and I'm like, okay, we've been doing this since Zelda, like whichever Zelda game. Oh my lord, I stink. Oh my god, I like just got up and I haven't showered yet or anything. I'm reek. Like I reek. I'm rank right now. Just ugh. I'm so glad you guys are not here. But yeah. But like 90% of the time, like all the powers that they've gained and all the magic that they've learned and everything like that, it's like it all boils down to the power of friendship at the end. It always does. Always boils back down to the power of friendship. Which I guess I don't mind, but it's just like I don't mind it because it's a really cool like thing to fall back on. Like no matter how much power you gain, it's always good to have people there that support you and are there to help you and things like that. And I think that's actually a really cool sentiment that a lot of animes try to fall back into at the end. And I think that's kind of the main point of the power of friendship thing, is that like friendship is super duper important. Even with all the power and wisdom and insight you might gain, things like that, having friends is super, super important. So I think that's why they fall back on it a lot. Either that or just lazy writing. Deus Ex Machina stuff. And you've got, I don't know, sometimes you've got like, this insurmountable situation that the lead characters are in, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just the one perfect thing comes along to give them the ability to destroy the big baddie. So I don't know. Usually it's the power of friendship. Like at the end of the day, like the heroes have gotten more powerful throughout the entire series. Hi, Amanda. It doesn't really matter what series. You can pick whatever anime series you like. Mostly isekais though, but it's not just isekais. There's a lot of other ones. It's like the heroes that like and subscribe to my channel, by the way. I usually do music. I woke up this morning. I felt like talking about anime. I was watching High School DxD, but like it's I'm at that point in High School DxD where it's you know Issei, the lead character, has just had to fight Rias in like his form, but like buenos dias. Good morning. Anyway, but yeah, now Issei's got to fight himself. He's got to fight like this version of himself. So we're at that point in the story where we're fighting the shadow version of ourselves. We've all been there. Every video game, like, or a lot of animes. Not every video game. I'm hyperbolizing, but a lot of video games and stuff like that in anime, you fall down to like the power of friendship. Like, but I already said that. Like, yeah, no, but yeah, I'm at the point where you fight your shadow self. You got to face yourself. There's always that. And I understand the symbolism behind it. One has to face one's own self, and that's the strongest enemy because yourself knows all your moves, yourself knows all your feelings and thoughts, stuff like that. So I've always understood the shadow fight. Like you got to fight the shadow version of yourself. Um, it's just that like, holy God, is that it's used a lot, and it's that like that part of like using that part of a story, the shadow fight, fighting the shadow version of yourself. Holy buckets, is that used a lot? Like and I get it, It's to represent introspection, like, and that's good. People need to be introspective. It's just like, dude, can you find another way? Like, if it's not the shadow version of them, it's the mirror version of them, or the other dimension version of them, or the dark side version of them. It doesn't matter. Like, but it all comes down to re-representing introspection. At least that's what I think. Like, it represents introspection, and like the fact that like looking inward and having to figure out the things that are standing in your way in order to no, I'm not ninja. No, 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 no. I'm not ninja. My name's Christian Wounded Fox. Pleasure to meet you. I'm of the band Invisible Planet and the project Anadonia, musician. But I'm talking anime this morning. Um, yeah, so I'm at that point in High School DxD. I know why you'd think it's ninja though. It's the hair, but uh, yeah, I'm at that place. And High School DxD is a very different anime. Shana, it just so much fan service and stuff. Although the plot is good, it's a good plot, which is what makes it like, okay, whatever. This is silly from all the fan service is ridiculously silly, but the story itself is really good. I want to go back and watch Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, because that show was so good. And Ghost in the Shell is one of those series that I don't remember it falling into any trope whatsoever. Same thing with Ergo Proxy. That one's one of my favorite animes. I absolutely love Ergo Proxy. Like, the lead character, she's badass, and the show was made before all of this hyper masculinism came back, and like every dude had to stick up his ass about the main character needing to be male. Like, oh my God, like, listen, I'm tired of the girl boss character too. We all are. All of us are. Women are tired of it. Like, okay, we are all sick of the girl boss thing. However, you can write a fantastic female lead and not have her be a girl boss. Whatever. Writers suck at what they do nowadays. Drop a like, by the way, if you like the video or the topic. The more likes and the more of these little things that you spam down here, and the more subscribers I get and stuff like that, helps me a lot with the algorithm, and helps me a great deal in turning my music hobby into a career, something I could actually do for work. I love working on music. I'm trying to turn my basement into a music studio at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, I often play live sets on here, even though the sound isn't very good because I don't have any speakers yet. I use a set of headphones behind the camera. I'm getting way off topic. Anyway, but yeah, what other anime did that? Like this, the Land of Leondel that did it. Like almost every isekai, but let's not kid ourselves. Almost every isekai is seems like it was just copy and pasted. Like, little details are different, but the main meat and potatoes of the story usually is the same. Guy my age, or 10 years younger or so, gets sent back to a brand new world, a world of fantastical adventures and dragons and knights and elves and all that. And all of a sudden they're back in their 15-year-old body with super, super, super strong powers, and like so strong of powers that no one's seen powers like this before, and so they just body all of their opponents, And then, of course, you got to have the harem chunk of the isekai. You know, wouldn't be an isekai without that. So yeah, so then you've got the roster of women characters that are inevitably either fall in love with him or just mystified or whatever by him. If they don't go with the slave trope, where you know your main character buys a slave, and then when the slave has the chance to like go free, they're like, "No, my master is so good, but." And they end up calling like the lead character, you know, master or whatever throughout the rest of the series, which is it's a male power trip. It's kind of a fantasy thing, you know, like, but it's not fantasy as in like dragons, Dungeons and Dragons. It's fantasy as in like, you know, it's catering to the male shit right there. Although I have seen like female harems too, where it's like it's a bunch of guys going after one girl. So I know that like women and men, we just like attention. We like feeling like there's a bunch of people that, oh my God, all these people like me for me and they want to be with me. Oh my God, you know, we all want that feeling. But, you know, so I get it. You know, it's just that like there's so many stories that are exactly the same, like barely any different. That's the one trope that I hate the most is the freaking like every single girl that the main character comes across like either falls in love with him or like just is infatuated with him. Because I'm like, that's dude, that's just catering to weird to I don't know, man. That's weird. Like, dude, trust me when I say that like every girl you meet is not gonna love you. Every girl you meet isn't even gonna like you that much. Like, so it's just, I don't know. It's catering to the male fantasy. That's exactly what that is. Like, it's just catering straight to the male fantasy of like a bunch of a harem. That's it. But think, you know, different culture, Japan. Um, I still love anime though. You know, I can't read Russian for the Fyodor. I cannot read Russian or Bulgarian or whatever that is. I think it's Russian. It looks Russian. I can't read it. I'm sorry, Fyodor. Um, I wish I could speak Russian. I can't. Um, the or I don't know if that's Russian, Ukrainian, Romanian, Baltic. I don't know. Like, but I can't read it. I'm sorry, my friend. Yeah. Talking about this anime, but honestly, to like give my brain a break, sometimes I just turn on the Amazing World of Gumball. That show is funny. I can't believe the amazing amount of references to old TV shows, old movies, ones that kids that are watching Gumball would not understand in the slightest. They recreated the speeder bike scene from Star Wars and like basically recreated all these scenes from Star Wars, like but using a different. It was called like Galaxy Wars or something like that in their world, and the amount of Star Wars throw-ins that they did was just absolutely unbelievable. And it's like kids would never get this. Like they actually like recreated the speeder bike scene from Return of the Jedi. It was fucking crazy. They did it with like shopping carts and then like racing to try to get to the front of the line. It was funny. Excuse me. Like it was insanely funny. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this writing is unbelievably good. Holy crap. So yeah, when I want to turn my brain off and just enjoy, I watch Gumball. Like, I also have a costume for being Gumball Watterson. I got the sweater and I just wear a great pair of jeans. But like now that my hair's this color, I can just add the blue cat ears that like clip onto my head. Beep, beep. I have a picture on my channel of me wearing them, but yeah, just do that and then bang, gumball. Although I need to shave my face. Beard makes you look too old, and then you do the 1, 2, 3 for the whiskers, or is it just 1, 2 for gumball? Just like 1, 2, could do that. I hate it. It went from 3 likes to 2, which means someone liked it and then said, "Wait a minute, forget that," and then undid it. That sucks. Ouchies. Hello, Mario. Hola. Bienvenido. Hit like and subscribe if you like my channel. This channel is mainly for me playing music and like keeping up to date with like my project Invisible Planets and my other project Anhedonia. But I'm talking anime right now. I'm talking anime and waking and bacon. Yep. Call me bacon because I am waking and smoking. And that was terrible. That was horrible. Terrible catchphrase. Absolutely horrible catchphrase. Hi, Zaid. Please hit the spam this button. It helps me out so much, guys. It helps me out with the algorithm. Um, like, subscribe to my channel. I perform music and tell stories. And how much yak in your morning cup of coffee? I don't drink coffee, and I don't know what yak is. Like, I mean, besides a yak, I know what a yak is, but like, come on, man. Oh, I love the term "smoking a pancake." That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. It means like hooking up. I didn't know that. That's so funny. Smoking a pancake, faggot a blitz. They say bong and a blitz in and a blitz in Austin Powers, but it's fag and a blitz, which is a cigarette and a good old shagging. Do I make you horny, baby? Yeah. I'm sorry. What strain I got? This is called what we got going here? Cherry Waves distillate. It doesn't taste like cherry waves. It tastes like distillate. Like, but it's good. Gets you where you need to be. They had a banana and cream flavored one when I was there, but I'm like, dude, I like banana cream. I do, but it's like usually the banana flavor is always too strong. It's always too strong. It's like this tastes like banana, but not a banana. You know what I mean? Huh. Got a bit of the TB. I'm Arthur Morgan. I got TB, sister. It tastes like banana with a backbite of plant's ass. Yes, thank you. This tastes like it just tastes like a backbite of chemicals. Like, but like not chemical THC and tinctures. You know, it just has this back flavor of it. I'm like, where's the cherry? You lied to me. You know, and they do that a lot. That's why my favorite one is actually this little bastard right here. I have a little left. I've been trying to say that it's toasted cinnamon crunch from Serial Killer, but cereal Cereal. Anyway, I thought it was cute. Anyway, but they had the flavor of cinnamon toast crunch or toasted cinnamon crunch, and another one called Tricks Not Treats, and that one tastes like tricks. And those are good. Like these are delicious. I love these, but they only come in half grams. So it's like, dude, I gotta pay $20 for a fucking half gram when I can pay $20 for a full gram. Like, come on, dude. Like, Seriously. I went and got the blackberry pie one for because that's their new fall collection, and I'm just like, this tastes like shit. It did not taste like like a blackberry pie. It tasted like a black plague pie. Like, like legitimately, it's just a. But I went in there and I'm just like, I tried your BlackBerry cartridge. I didn't like it. Like, but they thought I was like complaining, like, how dare you guys sell this? And I was like, no, 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 no. It was fine. I just didn't like the flavor. Like, I don't got like, I got problems with anybody at the dispensary. It's not their fault. What's going on, man? I get them 1 grams, and they just started selling 2 gram ones recently. The 1 grams are like $35 and stuff. 45, 70, 2 grams are 80. Damn. Okay. Yeah. I go to this other place. It's run by veterans. Wicked cool place, and they had like these 2 gram traveling ones from Fernway and from a couple other places, and they were only $35. I'm sorry, $65. My bad. The 1 gram ones are 35. And Fernway is like one of my favorites. That's like one of my favorite companies. Their flavors are chef's kiss. But I was hoping they would bring back the Americano flavor because holy Christ, did it taste good. It tasted like coffee. It tasted like having a nice like Americano coffee. And I bought those until they literally like ran out of them. Like they're just like, yeah, we're not making them anymore. It's a seasonal one, and so now it's fall again, and I'm like, okay, when does the Americano come back? Like, is it fall or is it a winter thing? Like, what are we talking here? Like, it's like because there's certain flavors that you can expect, like when certain when certain seasons come around. Like, if it's fall, you're gonna get pumpkin spice. You know? Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, down in Florida, and they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg down there. I know that because they're stiff. They're stiff on that. But I'm up in Massachusetts. It's like it's fucking legal here. So since it's like legal, the dispensaries just don't charge as much for it. And the one that I go to, which is called the Lazy River, they grow their own stuff and they actually make their own distillates so they can sell them for way cheaper. Like, it's nice. It's really nice. Like, I can get like a 1 gram for $20. And if I go on Sunday or Monday, if I go on a Sunday, if I spend more than $100, they give you a free gift card worth the cost of a cartridge. I think it's like $25. I don't know, man. It's really expensive here, and in my area, there's a lot of maggots. Lot of people with Trump signs. However, a lot of people with Trump stickers driving up to the fucking dispensary. I'm like, dude, pick a fucking lane, okay? You can't be a Nazi and be a stoner. Like, it's like you can't do that. That doesn't make sense. You can't be both. Pick a lane, bro. Pick a lane. Oh, Lynn, the city of sin. You never go out the way you came in. I like Lynn. I do. I like it a lot. I played a show in downtown Lynn, and like, now, trust me, in the 80s and 90s, Lynn was not good. Lynn was not good. Don't say baby dad, just say your child's father. Like, I'm really trying to abolish that whole baby daddy thing. I'm trying to get people to stop saying it. It sounds so stupid. Like, it's just like that's my child's father. That's my child's mother. That kind of deal. We're grown ups. Come on. Okay, but what you liked Lynn around 2003, 2004, huh? I was in high school then. So yeah. Oh my God. Okay, okay. So I know what part of Lynn you were in. That's for sure. You were not in downtown. That's for fucking sure, man. No, I mean okay, about 10 years later, Lynn was very, very different. Um, Dude, you got shot. That's a little more than nuts. All right, that's absolutely flabbergasting. Union Street, of course, it was Union Street. Yep. Okay, that's the area I was thinking. Union Street leads into Boston, so yeah, like or Cambridge, I think, or something like that. But like that whole area, it's weird because there's really nice areas, but then like you take two wrong streets, and if you're not from here, like from here, like you probably shouldn't be there. Like and even someone like me from the North Shore, if I'm down on some places in the South Shore, I have to prove that I'm not a bitch because like um pretty much. And Lynn's not even that big. It's just that Lynn's connected to a megalopolis. Like, so it's like Lynn and Cambridge and Lexington and all of these places, they're all right around Boston, but like you could consider them Boston. Like, there's no separation of city between all those things. And from Boston all the way down to like, I think like Maryland, like so like through New York, New Jersey, that whole area, it's all one giant city. Like you could drive that whole area and you would think you were in the same state the whole fucking time. Just because it's all city. It's all city. But where I live up on the North Shore, there's a lot more country area. So I'm kind of a country mouse, but like I'm right next to Lawrence, which does not have a good reputation. However, I was a drug addict for a while. I've been clean off the hard stuff for 4 years now, so I'm clean. But when I was down, when I was doing drugs and shit, I was out on the street in Lawrence, and so I became kind of a city mouse too, and so I can handle myself like wherever. Like I just know how to behave. I'm polite to everyone and stuff like that. The beach smelled like sewage in summer, and the water was freezing in the middle. Yeah. You mean like black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow? I could imagine that because it was popular around that time. Like, but yeah, yeah, Lynn's where the ghetto folk are. Like, I got no problem with them. It's just that Lynn doesn't distribute its money correctly. That's not their fault that they live in the ghetto. It's the fucking city's fault. Like, but but there's Latin kings here, but I thought their color was purple. Whatever, I don't know what it is. I don't care. I don't keep up with the gang shit here. I just like I happen to hang out with everyone. So like if they're a member of a gang, I don't know. Like, but I hung out in Lawrence all the time, and like I prefer being around people of color. So like, they'd be like, "Who's this kid?" And like, then they'd get talking to me. They'd be like, "Oh, white boy woken up. Okay." Like I'm like they'd be like, "Oh, white boy's awake. Okay, cool." And then I got treated like everybody else. And I got to tell you, when as a white man, when you get called the N word by like one of your black friends, you're like, come on, like it feels pretty cool. Like that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It feels pretty cool. Or like when one of the Spanish folks they'll call you papi. Like, oh, it's up, papi. Like, it's just like, God, man, get out of here. Like, it feels pretty cool to be welcomed into the fold because I don't feel like I belong to any race or culture. I don't. I don't. I feel like kind of a lost soul in that manner because I present as white. I'm French Canadian, and I think I'm a little bit indigenous, Huron tribe. But yeah, I don't like white people. I've hung around white people, and I've never been disrespected more in my life than by white people. Like, oh my God, what the most arrogant, self-entitled, just spoiled brat little fucking group of people, white people. Jesus Christ, do I not like white people. Like it's just like I would rather any day hang around with black folks or Latinos or Asians, anyone. Like because at least they're plugged the hell into America. They understand that America is just like a complete racist hole. And I'm like, yup, I totally 100% agree. Yeah, exactly. They call me OG, and I'm like, and like they'll be like, bro's an OG, man. And I'll be like, come on, stop it. Like it's like, yeah, you kind of blush and giggle, like you turn into a little schoolboy again. Like you're just kind of like, come on, man, get out of here. Like, yeah, like so I have said the N word in my lifetime, but it's around my friends that would make most black folks look albino. You know, that's exactly it. I don't see size. I don't see color. I don't see nothing. Well, I see it. I recognize it that it's there, and it's not like I'm colorblind. Like I recognize that a person of color, has a different set of circumstances in their life than I do. Their entire life has to be lived differently than mine because I present as white. Like um, so I acknowledge that and I know that, and since I do acknowledge that, I get a lot more respect from that. Like and I will always acknowledge that. I'm like, dude, America sucks for people of color. I'm like, it's been good for white folks. Like I realized that like when I was growing up, I thought America was this great thing. I was super proud of my country. Like, and then and now I realized that like I was proud of a country that I had rose colored glasses on. I had the advantage of growing up and being looked at as a little white kid, So, I didn't have to deal with stereotypes and shit like that. Even though my best friend was black growing up, I didn't know that he was black until we started the civil rights movement. I'm like, that's just my friend. That's just that's just my friend. I'm gonna call him like I don't know. I'm gonna call him let's see what could I call him? His name was so like simple, but I'm gonna call him just wow, Aaron. I'll call him Aaron. But Aaron and I, we were best friends, thick as thieves. To the he was black, but I never noticed. I never even knew that black people were a thing because I didn't know that was a concept until like fourth grade. I didn't know black people were even a concept. I was just like, oh, some people have darker skin. Okay, cool. Like that's how I saw it. That's how I saw it. Like, and my mom raised me to be that way. So when I finally started learning of what white people did to black people during the civil rights movement, I no longer felt attached to that group of people. So since fifth grade, I haven't felt attached to white people or any part of the white culture because white culture is every other culture it's a bit of every single other culture just brought in and adopted. Like that's white culture. Like that's why like these people that say I got way off topic. I'm talking about anime, but whatever. That's why like some of these people that say like they want to like segregate themselves and go live in like a white utopia. I'm like, dude, go, 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 go. None of us are protesting you doing this. Go do it. Create a fucking commune just for white folks so that everybody that goes there, it's like, thank you, bye. Like, because some of a lot of us white folks actually like multiculturalism. Like, so it's like if you don't like that, if you want your white utopia, go have it. However, you don't get to take any of the things that came from multiculturalism. That means like a lot of inventions, a lot of health benefits, a lot of the scientific technology made for health science and academics that were made by black people. You don't get any of that. Like you don't get any of that. You don't get spices on your food. You don't get to eat awesome things like tacos and burritos and stuff like that. You can have your ham and cheese sandwich, all right, or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or boiled eggs with no salt. Yeah, you can. Peanut butter was actually invented by a black guy, so you can't even have peanut butter and jelly. You can have jelly. Enjoy. All right. You don't get to use any other spices. Like you get to boil your fucking chicken because that's what white people are. They're boiled chicken. That is what white people are. Okay. Yeah, they get no. Yeah, you can have some fluffernutters. You have some fluffernutters, especially from here in Boston. There's a lot of racist old heads here. There are a lot of racist ass old heads that still call people Negroes and still call people like colored. And I'm like, bro, I know racist people nowadays that don't use that terminology. Like, what the fuck? Where are you from? I mean, like, when you from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Like, and like, even like people that have like my same frame of mind. When I'm like, dude, I fucking hate white people. They're like, so you hate yourself? I'm like, no, I'm quite happy with myself actually because I hate white people. Like it's like I'm a white person, but I'm not a white person. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean. Everyone knows what I mean when I say that. Come on. Like I'm white, but I'm not that white. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like Yeah, I'm like, dude, I know why you're pissed at colored folks, like as you would put it, colored folks. I know why you're pissed off at people of color. It's because you're afraid. You're afraid because they have the rights that you have now, and so now rather than understanding that they just have equal rights like you do, you feel threatened. Like you boomer ass motherfucker. And I had to explain to my mom that because she's a first year baby boomer, second year baby boomer. She was born in 1946, but she doesn't think like a boomer. She thinks like a millennial. Like no bullshit. Like she thinks like a fucking millennial. She thanks me for that. But she's always been an extremely open-minded woman, but she doesn't feel connected to any race or culture either. But she is like free in that because she just enjoys all the cultures and things like that. Me, I kind of feel homeless, if you know what I mean. Like if you're Spanish or if you're Latino, you have like a culture to go to that's ready to bring you in. If you're black or Asian, you have a culture that's ready to bring you in and be part of it. As a white person, you don't fucking have that. You don't. White people don't give a flying fuck about other white people. They don't give a shit. And they certainly aren't going to welcome you into some fold. And if they do welcome me into a fold, anything that is pro-white is inherently anti-black or anti like people of color. And so no, I'm not pro-white, but am pro-black because pro-black is not anti-white. Like that's the thing. That's the difference. And so I don't consider myself white. I'm just a I'm just a pale human. That's it. Like and I'm kind of an olive color, man. I don't know. We ain't white. We chameleons. We can change colors depending on the set. Yeah, exactly. Like seriously, like we're multicolored. If anything, we're colored people. We're changing colors all the time. We get angry, we turn red. We get sick, we turn green. Or we, ugh. One thing I can safely say is that black, brown, white, yellow, whatever color you want to call yourself, when we die, we all turn gray. Trust me. That's a really good way to put that, man. Although I will say Forrest Gump is a conservative wet dream for a movie. It paints like anybody as like a hippie as like a bad person, or like members of the Black Panthers as bad people. And everything Forrest does, he does innocently, but he does it in a way that conservatives would be like, yeah. Like they kind of rewrite a lot of Black history in that movie. It's a bit fucked up. You have to admit it, but it was made during a different time. We weren't really aware of the systematic like white oppressive shit. Like, at least I don't think the normal human was. The normal average Joe on the street. You know, like, because I didn't even really wake up to what this country really was until the last election. Then that opened my eyes. It, like, just tore the rose-colored glasses off, slapped me in the face, and pulled the wool from right out off my eyes. And I realized that this country has always, forever, and never hasn't been a racist cesspit that was built upon the backs of Black people and other people of color. We wouldn't have the Transcontinental Railway. We wouldn't have the fucking White House if it wasn't for Black folks. And they've been treated like subhuman since the beginning of the fucking country. So America has never been good. And I am not a fan of being an American. I don't consider myself one. You know, if someone asks me, they're like, what are you? I'd be like, I'm an American. Like, you know, I was born on American soil. I'm an American. You know, but like, I'm a citizen of the world, man. Like, I'm getting a big pin, a little pin, and two shirts, a t-shirt and a baseball shirt that all have, you have to look it up. It's called the International Planetary Flag. And it's the flag of the planet. It's the international flag of the planet. And I'm getting all this gear with that logo on it. And I'm getting a big old flag with that logo on it. And I hang it right off my house. Because everybody on my street has a goddamn American flag up. So I'm going to put up one that's like, no. I'm not proud of being an American. Because there is no freedom here. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, there's a planet flag, dude. Please look it up. You know, it uses the basis of its design in the middle off of the flower of life design. Like, so, like, you get this really amazing sign. And yeah, like, so I'm just gonna wear that. Like, fuck a country's flag. I'm gonna wear the planet's flag. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I've decided on that. I'm like, oh, I hate wearing American flags. You know, I want to wear Ukrainian flags around. What up, Sabby boy? Yo. What up, my brother? Welcome. I'm in Massachusetts. But yeah, I'm getting a bunch of stuff with the planet's flags symbol on it, because like I'm a citizen of Earth, you know. I just happen to be born in America, you know, so I don't belong to anyway. You're in Fenway Park right now. Why? It's so early. Like, do you work there? Because that's cool if you do. Fenway. I used to drive past Fenway on my way to college, because my school was in Brookline, right at the end of that street that goes past, that goes down past Fenway. So yeah, I went to the New England Institute of Art before the Art Institutes closed down. So I went down to Brookline, but I had to go right past Fenway in order to get there. Anyway, I return to my original question. What are you doing at Fenway at 9 a.m? You have nothing, bro. Get a job. That's kind of mean. Dude, I've turned in 67 applications. I haven't gotten an answer back yet. I'm getting my teeth also on the 30th. After that, it'll be a little easier to get a job. I wouldn't say I have nothing, though. I have a piano and a drum machine, and I got money coming in so that I'll be able to get the rest of my music equipment pretty soon. And start actually producing stuff and putting it out there and start going out and performing. I got stuff going on. It's fun stuff. Yeah, I went to college and I currently don't have a job. I mean, I work from home and I kind of work, but I don't have like a job. And yeah, I had a drug problem for a long time. I don't get Social Security. Oh, my income's less than like $2,000 a year. It's horrible. Music doesn't pay the bills right now. I'm at home to help my mom out. She's 79 and needs help around the house, so I stay here. Also, I had to stay here while my dad was dying, so there's that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna stay out of Baltimore if you don't mind. That's why you're such an asshole. Okay, you're from Baltimore. Got it. And go to college first. I didn't go to college my first semester. LMAO, ADHD was too strong to sit. So I get that. Honestly, a college degree doesn't do much nowadays either. Like, I mean, it adds a little extra help, but not much. I'm going back to school for psychology. Probably try to get a bachelor's degree in that because that would allow me to become a drug rehabilitation counselor or like help people with that. Like, but I'm trying to get like perhaps like a small license for that. I don't care, savvy boy. Like you may have that much money, but look at how much of like an asshole you are. I'd rather be like broken, like be the nice guy that I am, than be the absolute piece of garbage that you've shown yourself to be. Like, go fuck yourself, you piece of fucking shit. You wouldn't have the balls to say any of this shit to my face and be this rude. You would be more polite, I imagine. Oh my god, we've gone to this, huh? I bet you get no women at all. Who cares? I've had a slew of partners and way too many partners and well, two very long relationships. Come meet me, bro. I'm in Massachusetts. I don't have the time for you. What are you, like 20 something? Dude, I don't care how much you make per year. Like, trust me. Like, I could not care any less. Like, why would I compare your life to mine anyway? We live in two separate universes. And you're here on my channel trash talking me, dude. Like, what are you doing at Fenway? Like, moving product? Like, just, moving bottles around and stuff like that? I'm sitting at home comfortable having a vape. My life is better than yours. So, okay, we live in the same state. Great. You're an asshole. Like, you're the reason why people make fun of Massachusettsianites, because you are like the stereotypical just douchebag. No, Son Goku, I like vaping. I also have a prescription for it because I have like massive depressive disorder and general anxiety disorder. So, I smoke. But I used to work at Guitar Center. That was fun. And yet you're online right now talking to me. Shouldn't you be doing your work? Like if you're at work right now, why aren't you working? No, this is THC vape, and believe it or not, I just went to the doctor's yesterday, and I got my lungs tested, and I get a 97% oxygen inflow and a 20% rate of blowing out. So my lungs are actually extremely healthy. Okay, good for you, savvy boy. Dude, I don't care. You're just on here. Um, bye. Oh man, I want to go back and rewatch Peaky Blinders. I've only seen like a whole mess of. I'm not meeting up with you, dude. Dude. I'm almost 40. I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old to go driving around like some teenager, being like, "I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna fight this guy." Like, are you kidding me, dude? I'm way too old for that shit. And at least I'm looking for a job. Like, I am. It's not like I'm just sitting here like with my thumb up my ass being like, I don't like being unemployed. It sucks. Like, I fucking hate it. I liked it when I was making money. Like, I liked working. Like, it was nice. It felt rewarding. And it's just a Guitar Center took a really, really big hit, and they had to fire a lot of people. I could, but all the job applications are online, and I'm doing a live right now. Like, I might try to get a job at Olive Garden. I liked being a host at Olive Garden. That was cool. Like, I know it's not much of a job, but like being a host was nice. And so right now I do production work for like other bands in the area and stuff like that, and it doesn't pay well, but it's rewarding because I'm helping other bands out. You know, like so. I'm a musician. That's what I do. I'm a performer. But hey, man, being unemployed blows, you know. Well, right now, live to 3 people, yeah, it's fine by me. There was like 20 something people in here early, but I mean, it's numbers are numbers. I'm not that popular yet. I got work to do. I gotta, yeah, I've got work to do, but it's wicked early in the morning, and I feel like going live and having a live. What's your problem, Savvy Boy? Like, what's your fucking deal? Because I feel like you're just either trolling me because you can, or I don't know, man. You're rage baiting me or something. I don't know. I go live to 0 people all the time, just playing music on the piano. And I'm fine by that. So, I mean, yeah. But it's not that I prefer that than looking for a job. It's that I look for jobs when I'm not doing lives. I do have a lot of hours in the day to do things. So I do look for work. Like, because, dude, not having work sucks. It blows. I hate being unemployed. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. But I do have one offer to be a teacher's aide, but I wouldn't be able to start until the next school year. Because if I started there now, I'd have to go through their like program to get me into the school to be the teacher's aide, and by the time I was done with it, the school year would be pretty much over by that point anyway. So it's just like crap. I have to wait till the next school wow until the next school year starts, and then I could do I'll be working as a teacher's aide from pre-K through 8th grade, or no, pre-K through 12, with kids that are experiencing like autism spectrum disorder and other things like that, bipolar disorder, things like that, to help them out because I've dealt with that before. I don't know if I'm on the spectrum, but I do fit a lot of the categories that are on it. So at the very least, I can say I'm a very awkward guy, but I do need to go get tested to see if I do have ASD. but it's a $2,000 test. Man, they get you coming and going. The government really loves and knows how to get your money. Like, oh. But yeah, so that sounds like a job that I would really love doing. And that one's like, I think, what is it? It's like 65K a year plus with 401K, paid time off, and like a retirement and a pension or something like that. But like, yeah, good job at the end of the day. Like, and so I'm looking forward to that. Like, but like I said, gotta wait till next school year starts. When I worked as a lifeguard, I got to teach the like the younger ones how to swim, and I love kids. That kids are great. Like they're innocent. They just want to have fun. Excuse me. They just want to have fun. You know, they're like it's great. And like their innocence makes me feel happy because I'm just like cool. Like I like being big brother or you know the uncle figure. I like that. I love kids. Like so teaching swimming lessons was kick ass. It was awesome. I love teaching those little grommets how to swim. Um, but that so I was a lifeguard for a while too. But yeah, I got into drug addiction unfortunately when I was around 24, and I didn't get out until I was about 35. Like so, but I've been 4 years clean now. Yeah, 4 years clean off the hard stuff. Like so, yeah. That's my story anyway, but then you have idiots like Savvy Boy, who's probably an older gentleman. I don't mean old, but like I mean like my age, maybe a little above, who thinks that like just finding a job is like finding cotton candy because he managed to luck out and get a good one. You managed to luck out and get a good job. And you can say all day long of how hard you fucking work to get it. Dude, I don't fucking care. You worked as hard as anybody else, and you just happen to get lucky and get picked. Well, yeah, so shut the fuck up as far as you're like what you make per year, because it doesn't make you any less of a spoiled fucking apple on the inside. Like you're full of trichinosis and worms like bad pork. And perfect example of a Bostonian. As far as fighting goes, though. We have preparations for that. Yeah. We have preparations for that. So, no, we don't want to meet up. You don't want to meet up with me. Also, like I said, I don't do that. Any hoozles. Yeah, back to what I was talking about. I wish, well, I'm going to kind of work off a bit here. Like, yeah, the animation that we get like nowadays as far as like movies or just movies in general, entertainment. Like I hate that like now everything's privatized. Everything is privatized. I've been saying since 2008, when I was like 22. I've been saying like since then, do not privatize the internet. Don't do it. Do not privatize the internet. Everything will end up behind a paywall. If you want this music, you've got to get this program. If you want to watch this show, you've got to get this program that's owned by whatever company. And like Ben Jordan, the flashbulb, he was saying the same thing. The privatization of the internet is going to lead to everything being behind a paywall, and you're not going to be able to experience anything for free like the internet was made to do. And so now here we are, where everything is behind a paywall. If you want to watch this show, you got to get, Hulu Live. If you want this show, then you got to get Peacock. If you want this show, then you got to get Disney Plus. And so just by wanting to watch a few shows that look good, you've got like 4 or 5 different like payment plans that you're on. So it's just like, what the hell? Like I can't stand that. And the way that like even the video game companies work now, where it's like when you buy a game, it's kind of not even done yet. And to get like the real ending, you got to download the DLC, which costs you another $50, and it's ridiculous. It's because of the corporations. Like, I can't even say it's because of the internet, because it's not. Like, the internet was around for quite a bit, and none of us had a problem with it. None of us had to deal with it, in a sense that, like, we still had our real lives. We didn't live on the internet. And it's not even social media that did it. Like, social media isn't what caused the problem either, because it was around for quite a while without causing any issues, but now, it's because of the algorithms that the companies have involved into it. The companies bought into the internet and found a way to privatize every video, everything. YouTube now, you got to pay for YouTube Plus in order to not get so many ads that it's not worth having. I know there's programs that you can download to get rid of the ads, but I'm paying for YouTube Premium right now. Whatever, it's like $13 a month. Whatever, yeah, it's like. It just sucks because a lot of the movies are now kind of trying to pander to like certain audiences. It doesn't matter what audience, but the pandering is there. Like, the pander is palpable, noticeable. And that's why all movies feel like kind of tasteless gray slop that you can choke down, you can easily swallow, and but it doesn't have any flavor or passion to it at all, anything like that itself comes from, I think, racism, where people just don't want to see anybody that isn't white as a lead character. We're all tired of the girl boss character. We're tired of that because it's been overused to death. Because there's plenty of movies that prove that you can have very good female lead characters. Like, there's The Hunger Games, there's Tomb Raider, there was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. There's a lot of really good movies that show strong female lead characters, and without them being rude or condescending, or having to paint the male characters as incompetent in order to make her seem more competent. There's plenty of examples of that being done correctly, and yet nowadays that's all you fucking see, man. You see this girl boss character who's better at everything than the male characters that have been established in that universe for a while. Thanks, Andy. Thank you. Subscribe if you like. It helps me out with the algorithm. Also, hit the hearts and stars and rainbows and all the things there, all the lucky charms. It helps me out with the algorithm. But yeah, so people are. It's not just. Oh, cool! Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Well, then thank you very much for the like, and I am doing well, thank you. 2 more days and I get my teeth. Yeah. That'll make me look a bit younger. That'll be nice. Any hoozles. Yeah, but like, it's the trope characters. They've been just written so many times and they're so badly written. It's not that people don't like strong women characters. They just don't like strong women characters who are snide and kind of rude and arrogant and stuck up. It's the attitude that's the problem. Like, like I said, there's plenty of examples of strong, confident female lead roles that are not annoying. Like, but then they got into that girl boss thing. The Me Too movement was a fucking mistake. And I only say that because it made women and men divide even more. Like, and we don't need that. We don't need division amongst the sexes. We need unification. And by this like way where you've got the red-pilled dipshits on one side and literal misandrists on the other, they're just as red-pilled. It's just that theirs is for women. Neither one are good. Both are fucking horrible. Like, and they both just seek to repel men and women away from one another. When like communication, cooperation, and like understanding, empathy, and all that is like so necessary between men and women. Like, because at the end of the day, yeah, we think slightly differently in the way that that we go about things in the world and in the zeitgeist, but as far as how we think, we're like pretty much the same. Like we kind of all want the same stuff. Like we just want to be comfortable. We want to be happy. We want to feel respected and cared about. Like, it's like every human wants that, and the hatred I've been seeing in America is disgusting. I can't stand it. Like, and instead of focusing on the real problem, which is like the rich folks and shit, we got people like Savvy Boy that was in here who want to blame their problems on people like me, even though I am not even part of his life. It's like I need to shit on this person because they're at home and if you've got to mention how much money you make in a year to try to show how badass you are, that's extreme insecurity. I'm sorry. That's like proven to be extreme insecurity. But yeah, I don't make money. I make like less than $2,000 a year easily. But I'm at home helping. We don't all have that wonderful. We didn't all have that wonderful story to tell, Savvy Boy, that about how we got our wonderful job at Fenway Park and are now an intern, whatever the fuck you were, the person in charge of hiring. I don't know. But dude, who cares, man? You make $375K a year. Good for you, dude. You sound miserable. Sorry, but facts. Don't use the word triggered, dude. We're too old for that. So what? I mean, congratulations, man. Having a wife and 3 kids is kick ass. I had a son. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, the slop that you're seeing kind of coming out of Hollywood in America and stuff like that. Like, my poor mama doing all the housework. Look at that. Is that, Mama, are you feeling horrible right now doing all the housework? Do you feel just terrible right now doing all the housework?
It's annoying.
Because like Savvy here saying, look at my poor mama doing all the housework. Look, I don't do anything around her. Come on. Dude, I'm just sitting. Also, like, just because my mom's... She's not... No, she doesn't like being online, and so yeah, I don't blame her. Like, she's big on privacy. But anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, like it's just that like there's too much pandering going on with the freaking media nowadays. Like it's just too much, and that's why all the movies aren't very good. It's just because like they're not putting enough effort into stories or character arcs or character creation or finding any sort of way to um, create a bond between the person watching and the character. It's really sucks. Like, and do I say that like would I like to at least once see like a white male lead? Yeah, because like it kind of lets you kind of disassociate and attach yourself to that character. But like it's not a problem that like that female characters exist and are like there. And like I like it like one of the best female characters I've ever played as was Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. She was strong, she was tough, completely independent, did not need the male characters around her. However, didn't make them look bad, didn't make them look terrible, and or insignificant or like what's the word incompetent in order to make her look better. She was just clearly really talented, and the male characters in the video game respected her a great deal. So I thought Aloy was like just a great example of how a female lead goes. Sabby, I really like. I don't have to have you on this channel being like, I have a house and 3 kids. You're sitting at home. You're a lazy bum smoking things, and now you're saying my mom hates me. I wish, dude, I wish that, like, I had less self-control, because I would love to meet up with you, dude. I'd love to, like you asked for. Like, I would absolutely love it, because you're talking way too much now, and you're going to be talking out the side of your neck if you keep doing it. Like your boy Charlie Kirk. Ugh. But back to my point. It would be nice to see the artists in charge of Hollywood again. That would be great. Like back in the golden age of Hollywood, which is like there was still a lot of ugly things going on in the business back then. Just a lot of ugly things with children and women and boys, and Hollywood's never been great. It's always been disgusting. I would never ever suggest anyone let their kid get into the acting or music industry unless they are with them 24/7. Like if your kid's in that type of industry, you need to be with them 24/7. Do not ever let them go somewhere alone. Case in point, Justin Bieber. I hated that kid when I was like growing up. I regret it now, because now I realize why he was the way he was. Kid was getting turned out by Sean Combs. That's messed up, man. Like, and so yeah, it's something that just But like, at the same time, I do think that acting is something that's awesome. I just think it's something that should be watched carefully, in a sense of like the industry that's around it. A lot of actors are fantastic people. A lot of actors are horrible human beings. Just the way that is. I think that's the case with anyone, though. I don't know, but but it's not the actor's fault. If the acting's bad, then yeah, that's the actor's fault. But it's almost kind of the director's fault in that case too, because if the director sees that the acting's terrible, but goes on and says like, well, okay, that scene was good anyway, it's kind of the director's fault. And then after that, it's the producer's fault for letting it go through. But it's all about money. It's not about like putting out a good product anymore. Like, and that's not even completely the case, because there are still good movies coming out. Like, it just seems like the movie industry itself is kind of dying. No one wants to go to the theater anymore because theater etiquette is dead, and the tickets are so expensive. And you used to be able to go to the movies, get yourself a movie ticket, a bag of popcorn, and a soda for like $20. Like, now it's like 60, like, to get all that. Yeah, it's like, let me just take out a new mortgage real quick and we can go to the movies. Yeah, like, so, but yeah, it's stupid, and it's upsetting at the same time. And I don't like this, like, movies coming out in theaters and also coming direct to stream, because it's like, streaming a movie at home is not the same as going to the movie theater. Like, when you go to the movie theater, it's an event. It's an event. You're sitting in this like arena flooring, watching this huge screen. It's an event. When you like download, when you stream a movie at home, you're just watching a movie at home. Like, all the grandiosity of what going to watch the movie itself has been lost. So like, it feels like it's harder to get into the movie at that point. And I think that I think that's why movies are suffering quite a bit. But a lot of the times nowadays, video games are telling better stories than movies are. They've got better character development, better story arcs, better character arcs, things like that. And in that, like, that kind of shows like something right there. Like, I haven't been actually scared by like a horror movie in since I saw The Grudge, like the first one, not the remake. Like, and but however, I've watched on YouTube, just watched horror games and been scared out of my fucking mind. Like, so like, I can't wait to like get some horror games for my PS5, because like, horror video games nowadays are scarier than horror movies. Like, because like, yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, when you're watching a character on screen, if it's in like third person or if it's a movie or whatever, the character is in danger and you feel that the character is in danger. However, when you're in a video game and it's in like first person, like, then you're in danger. Like, it feels like you yourself, the person, are in danger, and that adds a very big element to the fear factor that goes into the game. And also, building up terror is so much more important than implementing horror. Like, you want to build up that feeling of tension and like, and like, what is coming after me? What is trying to get me? The idea of what's coming after you is usually much more terrifying than when you end up seeing it. It's like M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. If he had just like left those that we do not speak of, if he had just left them like alone and like not shown them right off the bat, it would have been much more engaging, like all the way to the end, like, rather than finding out what you do like midway through. But M. Night Shyamalan, he's hit or miss when it comes to movies. But yeah, the animes, I think, have fallen down that kind of rabbit hole where it's like the originality is kind of starting to disappear. Like, where you can take, like, I was reincarnated into another world as XYZ, and you got yourself an isekai that you can draw. And like, but some of the best stories of anime have originally started as like light novels that actually don't have that good of artwork or anything like that, but they have good stories and good writing. Like, and that's a major factor that goes into that. But yeah. All right, I'm going to go for now, guys. I'll see you later this afternoon. Bye-bye.